like plantain are rich in resistant starch and fiber. It has a plantain bebo and I say more.
Body small betting back on 57 grams of carbohydrate. Okay, would you divide it by 4? I don't have 11 teaspoons of sugar.
Is it wrong?
Yeah, no, correct. And then if you didn't come out, some catch us say video be a trend.
Yes.
And Crawford send it, but near send it, and I feel you see the body as somewhat to you. Na send it here. It Miss Minya Butre, it video now. Near walkers and a main condemn.
Body small betting back on 57 grams of carbohydrate. Okay, would you divide it by 4? I don't have 11 teaspoons of sugar.
Body
bet me basically, you know.
I do any man care body and casa like bet him normal body.
Yes, in the infant is a body basically 57 grams of carbohydrate.
Okay.
In tea. And now 1 teaspoon of sugar is equals to 4 grams of carbohydrate.
Okay.
1 teaspoon of sugar is equals to 4 grams of carbohydrate. And it's a with the body and 57 grams now immediately now you have taken 11 teaspoons of sugar.
The kind. Addition there, your father cropen a day. Is here a who be beer, Davida. To the beer, I did walk around Becca. Nasa been previous and Ebi Kurana, a hoon Mudiana Winshed Dendy. They will make Coba say opportunity Niba say Casano. And I may be a walk Casa. So, enti obi ni mo bi nso ye dey obi kire na ne kro o mu ye ba ko pe bibi na abrante na wo kasa no won hye danim.
Okay,
ono ne kasa mu no men condemn ne ma o kan nyina ko si tiri twanda bi but ne ma no dodo na wo kan no emfa ne kwa mintimi mo ne audio no ewo your platform is so na yere nipa bebre atie katichi kwa me so se wutie enti no ye kan obi ni mu a obetimi awo video no so ama na so
na video me kra na me say ne o
what na send ma
na adamase
mpa
okay me de ma odamase
ai na ne kasa ni mu no o kan se bi oba bi je se wo hwe ne nsem wo kan nyina na de ekokosi ni se yenya Africans yenya yade bebre yade bi ti say diabetes mo any carbohydrate any prostate because ye di carbohydrate dodo ne nsam ni nyina de ye kan akosi no
okay
say carbohydrate na ye di ne more no na titu ne in the cities yen said danye active no and amasa carbohydrate food no amianya yade ahodo bi ti say diabetes ne de keka ho ena woka ya ko point say ye nananom no omu di ya na enye omohwe no ne because omu ye adwumadene
okay
enti adwumadene no mu ye enti na omu ben ne ade no ena or compared to yenya eticity no say because yenya adwumadene ne ye di sa carbohydrate ni ti no e ka ho ne yenya diabetes. Of course, exercise is the end of your campaign for exercise. Say, undi carbohydrate, kwa na unye exercise ya. Ya shem faswe wo exercise so na ube lusu.
Okay.
Ya nanano mudi sa carbohydrate food no. Ne nya dwumade omo yenti. E na na nya emo nyare o. Ne mu ade soronko bi wo carbohydrate num. Me gidi sabrante ne nhye danim. Itina woma sa hasty generalization ede kase kabona yedi na ama yare enye say ye mpanifo ne ye adwumade na eye a form of exercise na ebene kabono enti na no omo yare na omo wo city de omo ben enti na omo yare enye fact bibi sononko o carbohydrate num migidi se won hye danim bibi sononko na wo mu no ena ma wudi a eboa okwan bebre so katachie aduane a anase ade a ye friend se carbohydrate no se sabe mpre aduasa wo hye danim ni su a ho ema won ka de na wo ka no
And now see be strong carbohydrates.
Me baso. Tell me pick here some me build no. Men jump straight away no makan the work. Mpesa onu amu tie me I wanted the make na say.
All right.
Since na me ba maso anoma bibire di machi no. So ahu. Aha nti achinye ba nyame boa kwa no ono ankasa kwara frɛ wo air na nka ye de. Nenke de achinye ne si so. O kan makan. Me hwe no konka me na machi na bo no.
Ah. I do that.
Kada ji
Nana.
o sa kan asem bi o se o pick just o kan ya akọ affect body o o se o pick body betemo a equal to 57 grams of carbohydrate. That is starch. Tieni yo. Na o sa kan say o pick o sa esichire 1 teaspoon equal to 4 grams of carbohydrate. Into 4 grams of carbohydrate no equal to 1 teaspoon of esichire. Ti aho enunti no sa wudi body betemo a na sa body betemo no ye 57 grams of carbohydrate dia wudi body betemo a what the esichire 11 teaspoon of sugar. Which is not true.
Is it wrong?
Enya no correct.
Then I
so one than sugar na say.
Okay.
Da bi anya no kuro. Na oguso kana no eno kwa de oye ni interview no ne kae. Say obi a wodi body afufu. Se wodi body afufu a ehu chen se wodi tofe.
Okay.
Ti how because one say wakoka se wodi body betemo a ete se wodi asichire 11 teaspoon of sugar. Enutima blogger na wo in interview koka se ne se wudi body fufuo de ne ehu chen de osesa tofi gu nanum. Asem ni bia ni ho aye no kore. Okaya kosi se wo kidney problem na pese ekode a ana wo kidney disease so de a ene e mani carbohydrate aduane. Key points ni bi ni sabe sa watie.
Metie ba.
Ana orafi.
Metie se me na me de se no ana wo se
be se musa se wa heda to botie ni din de be na kwaka se de make kaka no e bi ka ho
ene krepa me de ato status okra nto mo ko mbe ho
aha eti person hu se me mfa bi enye de enka ho me ka ne se de o ka no pepepe because me be kirem sansam na wo ka ni na ba kokora anya no kore se wudi body betemo a eti se wa asesa tofe agu wanum na wudi body fufu a ehu chen se wo ye tofe it's not because so take carbohydrate na say e bi anka won kekasa na now ye be call authorities utie me ye wo authorities ahodo a wo makasafa diabetes na nigina kwa e ba besi niema e cause diabetes no carbohydrate so ka ho.
Okay.
Authorities ni bi ne Joe Fairman we MD because the MD no hu hia me ne say we
medical doctor.
Yes, doctor of medicine. And now about chro say ma diabetes ma obi ansuro diabetes because it can be reversed. It no was to eat they eat to live plan to prevent and reverse diabetes. The end of diabetes. Written by this doctor obekasem bi amebe kotu ntina mebo ho yi no. Then we go to another doctor one who prove actually say obi or diabetes you can cure it. Type 2. Yes, you can cure it.
No type 1.
Type 1 na eden kakara.
Okay.
So ti ase now sa doctor so your friend Mark Lion and woman no throw your caption is a title
beat diabetes naturally. The best foods, health supplements and lifestyle strategies to optimize your diabetes care.
It is obi kasa or your doctor of medicine into a condemn herbs and I Mr. say unia doctor amunyina mo medical school my postgraduate the asmo can was say beat diabetes naturally. The best food, herbs, supplements and lifestyle strategies to optimize your diabetes care. Beat diabetes no naturally. Onu dia me bobo won we so me kotu nsem bi e de akira brand here no from all these books.
Obviously, I was very confused listening to that interview as well. Tinana Songon.
Better. Afetie another medical doctor of medicine,
Don Corbett.
Or MD. Or also was it there?
Also reversing diabetes. Discovered a natural way to take control of type 2 diabetes.
You dey hear? Now, the last person. Afe, where's your Hana?
Dr. Neil Berners. Program for reversing diabetes. The scientifically proven system for reversing diabetes without drugs.
Omu nyina tro on diabetes. Afe ye be hwa small be kan fa carbohydrate ho.
Okay.
Now they compare their branch and kan ye no. Wo mo dan chen so a o doctor ni kase ba ko o Ghana ha. Wo no me de ne huma be ye adwuma.
Okay.
Wo ye Ghana ni.
Hey, African Naturopathy, first edition. Okay.
One tro ye.
Raphael Nyakote Obu, PhD.
Yes. Nyakote Obu. This guy is very powerful, I tell you.
Prof Naturally.
Nangma wa tro bi ni.
Wow.
What? Fia Okopie Gambia. Professor Raphael Nyakote Obu no. Who's called law school of Gambia.
Yeah.
After we had a master's in nutrition, we have okita doctorate in nutrition, herbal medicine, and the we suya ni na ameno. What in any no jina Gambia. Okoye law. Gambia banya bona baso. Wono na kwama womo etimia regulate herbal medicine or Gambia.
Wow.
Tabaso body a womo de abono no. Raphael Nyakote Obu is a famous medical and science writer and professor of naturopathy. That's professor of natural medicine, who is currently studying for another PhD in law, in development at the Institute of Development. And there. He holds a Bachelor of Law from the University of Cape Coast, an MBA from Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, and then Gambia Law School.
I see.
That is BL. You have been for Ghana how?
Yeah.
Or no so be kabi afa de abrante ye ne keka ye no. Te se ya ufra America ba ho na ye waje se makosu ade wa America. Enti wo body ni mudie bia be Ghana fu hu wa ha. Ya let e twan. I'm telling you. Says abrante no kasa so akosu ade wa America me bo. I don't have problem with that.
Yeah.
Me ma de ne quite is a personal attack. They mo yem ko street. Oh. De be na me ba body na o say eye kabo na ye di asichire hwan spoons no
yeah
na yenko a doctor for me bom din nyina can the causes of diabetes one more can the causes of what diabetes na causes no ana mo pick refined carbohydrate tie brofo na say on adjective no refined menken ya refined ye body ye refined ye bayre ye refined ye ni nyina so ye kabo ni na carbohydrate banche ye refined ye
yeah
to bu na tie mi o
e
na ma me fa me hu ni peso busebusa pe question na me nguma ntimi nya adwuma ma me
o de ko
manwie na me beto aso wo chena na tie causes of diabetes baako ye refined carbohydrate was a dietary carbohydrate play a central role in the cause, prevention, and treatment of type 2 diabetes.
Okay.
Carbohydrate, make a carbohydrate no, make a starch na yenye free. Enuani mo no. Ahanti ya mekanisa na man for better ase yenye bibi hu sa. Was say carbohydrates are required to provide us with energy we need for body function. Mashada na me kan you. Esa say obi ba kokwa asa na ho kan obeka say unimu ni awoka. Me da me ko tu. Interestingly no. Ono so mashada hu say no head da ko tu asa papa bia de ba ke de na okeka no. Carbohydrate na ma ye energy fa so so pa. Fa so kese wo so. Otherwise ye nya energy. Na kwa ma na ye nya energy wo carbon mu no. Ekwa fa so nya ni. Ye didi a the body through its own chemical actions no ebe convert starch na say carbohydrate no into glucose. Tia how or convert it to glucose na ese glucose ni gina umoja no ese ewura wo cells sim wo cells ni mu ansa na wanya energy no ɛna wono antimi nsɔre nkowura mu eti ne safoa ni key a wo di bie cells no enya kwa awura mu ɛyɛ insulin which is produced by the pancreas ye hwe wo yamu a ɛda wo stomach na se te se kwadu di beta cells bi wo pancreas ni mu ɛna produce insulin no etu di bagara ni wie ya ebe converted to glucose on the pancreas na release insulin na be pick no e de na coma cells no fa se wutiri mu say without the insulin glucose can never enter your cells.
Okay.
It no ne safoa ti how eno na ye ne safoa eti the cells ne be pick no the be ka no na wo liver so de akosie in the form of what? Glycogen. It was the kosie pe edina sesa from glucose to glycogen. The amount of type 2 diabetes they say. Na mamen kan si so say o hwe nipa wa diabetes about 90% type 2. Type 2 is a lifestyle disorder.
Okay.
A lifestyle metabolic disorder but from a lifestyle. It nipa what diabetes na but 90% type 2.
Na type 1 no dey ohene.
Meba type 2 no non insulin dependent. Wongo insulin.
Type 2 no.
Yes. You bet me so aka say adult onset diabetes. Can nipa tanyi na nsa na nkwanya.
Okay.
Because from your lifestyle. The man no bana. Mema ne bana dia ansa. Type 2 no. Wo system no the chemical action be convert the first say carbohydrate into glucose. Now, o pancreas and so it produce insulin. Perfect. Wabe pick glucose no they cause cells no. Now o cells now resist no. It will resist. Be resist no. It na type 2 no insulin resistant. What ma kwan ma ne mfa ma. O ma kwan ma ne mfa ma o. E basa sa nipa na nya den wanya type 2. Type 2 no ne pancreas insay.
Okay.
Yan fan to ye tirim. Pancreas ni produce insulin. All right.
The insulin na cells na resist.
Well resisted no. Professor Nebanad bachelor the into resist ye. It's not about aduane ne ye banche. Ana ye bayire eti ne ba saa.
Me ana di entre.
Me say Professor Nebanad be answer.
Mo answer.
Me suro kura. Tia how. Afa na ubusa type 1. Type 1 no. And the pancreas no cannot produce insulin. Obe produce kura scanty.
Tomoni e wo insulin nana.
Yes, intina no yefano insulin dependent.
Okay.
You depend on chemicalized insulin to survive. And the natural one a pancreas ni produce ma de ne pancreas inside and would be o pancreas na say
tintimi produce insulin.
And produce po. It know the difference here.
But and also curable.
O say what the meba no so nya botere. Meba no so.
Yes or no, you cure.
Ma sent me mom hen. Which mom hen?
Na trust.
So when your picture no. Eti o person who difference na. Type 2 no pancreas produce insulin. The chemical actions of the body, no, the body's metabolism is able to convert the carbohydrate into glucose. At first, insulin never pick glucose, so they come out cells. No, I resist no. Was no member fanico.
Okay.
I won't agree. And only type 2 no. It's Niki or no, and no has got nothing to do with banchi and now bayira and this. Diao maybe caught to woman and what any.
Okay.
Now over type 1 they are the beta cells inside the pancreas no. If you take
I say
because asanin no ontimi produce insulin no eti type 1 for no omu produce insulin to obedidi no anwo pane wa yakwala opani o asamato no. Now dear ne don't call but take count. Don't go but say carbohydrates are required to provide us with energy we need for the body function. Problems with the carbohydrate begin when they are refined and stripped of these nutrients. Eti you refined na emo ya so ho a and cause trouble.
Okay, okay, unrefined
unrefined no the body needs it. What does me ba omo be yi ano wa ha. Am sa how follow them chira. Eti aburo wo so ho a e na ye dangerous.
The koko no ya yi hu ayi na afri hu no so.
E waste. E was sent tetane ka ho.
Sa.
Authorities ni be ka chira wo. Kabo no chira sa kabo nya wo. Carbohydrate na ni abrika se body aye dey. Oh, brony be ka body ho asem ha chira wo.
But we say even say you saw there's still a nutrient in there because
the issue of fiber the bebam e ba diabetes there. You can diabetes asem. That you say you can diabetes asem there na obeka ni nutrients no person work no. But you can diabetes asem there fiber na mamu asem aba. Can I told it it's our professor we.
Dr. Bernard.
Yeah, we are professor of medicine at the George Washington School of Medicine. Who did you?
Me
Was say if people in Africa who eat a lot of carbohydrate have little diabetes, open it here. People in Africa who eat a lot of carbohydrate have little diabetes. And if the disease become more common, as they remove carbohydrate from their diet, researchers have to conclude that a high carbohydrate diet is not the cause of diabetes. In fact, the cause of diabetes is Western diet. It was wakasano wa more Western diet be aso. What nani brabe so your body and ye gari ye bunch say obi di body ba kwete so awe tofi bebre. I mean, what deception is that?
No, doesn't come in.
Enya no kura na kam.
Okay, but nyabotre.
Obroni na chiro wo yo nyabot.
Yeti doctor onso nyabotre mame. Yeti doctor na Bernard no.
Aye.
Wo say wa more Western diet be edin. But I say Africa vo nua no say de tie no enye no ma diabetes. Say de we na ma diabetes no.
Mema fela na me pese me bank de na gama na ekeka no. Wo kire se body na ye di kabo se kabo na me nya diabetes na ekura se wo mu di kabo no wo mu ye dwumaden enye no nya no kore. Yes, we di kabo no anya dwumaden anya diabetes. Kabo na nkasa na ebesa wo yade se ye unrefined ya.
A natural for
a natural unrefined there. I contain the fiber there.
The free body and a bunch of money.
Yes. It's in a brony na kasano. Was it if people in Africa who eat and one American make free page 15 on compare no one kind. Page 15 paragraph 4 paragraph 1 2 3 4 5 and that's the last but one kind.
Okay.
Let's see. Was it if people in Africa who eat a lot of carbohydrate have very little diabetes, and if the disease become more and more common as they remove carbohydrate from their diet, ye carbono banche ne bayira ni menken ni bayira ni free ye dua ni mua, and the diabetes ne start to say eba more broni na eka broni a woni banche na eka no,
and the set aside there na nyi nua ne ma diabetes no,
and no ka say was say if the disease become more and more common, they said they are common, as they remove carbohydrate from their diet, researchers have to conclude that a high carbohydrate diet is not the cause of diabetes. Or trust us, in fact, the cause of diabetes is Western diet.
Western diet in the way.
Australian upon which tea. Etutumaka gum. Asesa sichira gum. Pachichi nkusu ya na di cheese upe uwe ntemu adi cheese ya ka ho na wa hwe Western diet.
That's how old be the bread you know fiber ni
brodo no so ya Western diet fiber bi ani brodo brodo what say a refined carbohydrate no is some no fiber bi ani tini ye di ne dodo na brodo ni ka no ye yi konkontena na ye di na na pa no e free ho ye apese ni free ade no be share ho no. And when this guy was talking, na me tie ni say obebo so sa wa mo so da na attack ni na ye board de na ye ba yire na nani abre ho.
As ye board na ye ba yire no nya hwe.
Some kan a kire wo.
What kan a kire me?
Ma kan a kire ya de.
Matias.
Me mom tim na me ka so ti na maso ahoma me kotu no one man wi a meto aso nya me bo okena. Eti let come expect say abi a okeka ya de on fanfa o ma yentie so onim de oka Western diet wa mo so one ne mo ye nuane ne nani abre se udi body e betemo a wadi asichire 11 teaspoons.
But I know the carbohydrate, you know, it turn into glucose. Glucose is no sugar.
On different type of sugars, I think one can work. Then we say sugars with different types.
Okay, so sugar na free body.
What you may the authorities in there some. So also a down for. Afetia ha.
Nana meti.
Tiene Bernard Brunino was say as far back as the early 1900s, researchers were adjusting people's diet to try to improve insulin sensitivity. Over the years, many, like me, have been inspired by the fact that food that are commonly eaten in Africa somehow prevent diabetes. So what? Bruni na chora you. Ye di aduane ye buy dan ye board ya wa bebe condemn say a finger of plantain e contain 11 teaspoons of sugar. Afe wontie. Now, what carbohydrate say refined and asam wo ho.
Yeah.
Afe tie. Ye wo 2 groups of carbohydrate. 2 groups. First group near simple carbohydrate. And only a funny sugars.
Okay.
Utiaha. Simple carbohydrate and only funny sugars. Dear ma and no na udini bebra ubetumi anya diabetes fa yare foforo. Adentia ti the authorities in beka. Simple carbohydrate or sugars are quickly absorbed by the body for ready use of energy. And the woody ya pa it is a fruits. Utieha. The assortment of natural simple sugars in fruit and vegetables have an advantage over sucrose. Sucrose near there. Why sugar? It's natural sugar na yenye free fruits mu no. Untimi fa why sugar metoto ene ne nya pe. Tiaha. Enye sa de ye femfene mu na che say ye sugar wo.
Na de na man ye femfene.
Ah?
De na man ye femfene.
Fructose.
Any sugar.
You can't sugar kuma ye white sugar. Tieni ye. And what catch us say sugar na. Natural simple sugars in fruits and vegetables have an advantage over white sugar. What you say? And other refined sugars. It will catch sugar. One for the natural one na free fruits. When compare refined carbohydrate white sugar and fanko compare men come for
Matthias.
Otherwise I can my own kwakasa body betim kita 11 teaspoons of sugar. But
so Matthias here oh just say of course you could sugar but how sugar no any refined sugar.
Any refined me say contain adibi. Sugar na wo fruit musa contain adibi ne kuta na 30 year. Was say the assortment of natural simple sugars in fruits and vegetables have an advantage over sucrose, that is the white sugar, and other refined sugars, in that they are balanced by fiber and a wide range of nutrients that aid in the use of the sugar. Eti ofudi kwadua fiber wom. Fiber na we kutumu no ema white sugar na hwe nimu no aye de chemical gum no onfa ne ho metoto we. What can I say? It's not say they are balanced by fiber. Eti fiber na was natural fruits nimu no. And the man or no what advantage of over refined sugar na all can on chire mu ya or the body e de ekototo ho. Na de oye interview ni kwa na ni bra na bre ne ho utie ni wi a nnuan bebra fiti ne ko beje di na bokoka body asem afesa tie o say are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
O say they are balanced by fiber and a wide range of nutrients that aid in the use of the sugar. Simple carbohydrate as fruit, juice, and food containing refined sugar such as processed food, cookies, pastries raise the blood sugar rapidly, thereby requiring a sudden rise in insulin levels, which places stress on the pancreas. And then sugar no cost refim no everybody. Utie de adota for kan wa ha.
I think say refined sugars no.
Better. Mama say must be say simple carbohydrates such as fruit, fruit juice. The omoya etonton stores on fruit juice no. And food containing refined sugar.
Okay.
such as processed food, cookies, pastries, raise the blood sugar rapidly.
Yes.
Thereby recording a sudden rise in insulin levels, which places stress on the pancreas. And the refined ones, no, chemicals, ya no. Ya process pastries, processed food, and no, and no, they dangerous.
Yeah, the refined one.
I'm sorry, Hannah. And no, they dangerous. I was listening to the guy. I'm fan for who.
So in this case, see a person I avoid you and be dear, you and be jadi.
Remember, some me person me lay foundation. You now what must answer?
Lay foundation.
I say you simple sugar, simple carbohydrate. You call complex carbohydrate. Carbohydrate. Yes, I can carbohydrate now. What can find when you were 2 groups, but I couldn't match him. Into simple one. You bet me anya from fruits. Well, near your free sugar and asif. Nemo. The free fruit to money other vegetable no war. Upper hand over why sugar near because fruits to me are they not contain fiber. And he said, yes, I'm refining up any process cookies, pastries near the crowd and say. And the name come who started kumunipa. A friend about the next group, which is the complex carbohydrate. A fetier. Complex carbohydrate or starches are composed of many simple sugars bound by chemical bond. So, into ansani abeka say starch bi ana aduane bi complex carbohydrate no. Simple sugars na obi ka oma form ku, oma form UN or AU no ma form baako. Enya ya to omu din
complex
better. What you say? It is I had to say AU. Sana mo frɛ no.
African Union.
Aha.
European Union.
Kuo na wa ka boom. I had to say Ashanti. Ashanti for trouble na from Ashanti Kingdom. Sana waka complex carbohydrate na. Simple sugars no. And no abe boom. And now form complex carbohydrate. Oma be boom by chemicals bond. What you say? Now tiase bia Professor Rebecca was say as long as they are present in high fiber food. Carbono, if they are present in high fiber food, the body breaks down complex carbohydrate into simple sugars gradually, which leads to better blood sugar control. So what Hannah say? It's a complex carbohydrate, you know, and no body no absorb on 10 times to say simple one, and no body need break it into glucose gradually. It's a mani pani sugar near day and cost ruby. I'm so how to say high fiber. Complex carbohydrate should form a major part of your diet. High fiber, complex carbohydrate should form a major part of your diet. Bayere aya one, body aya one, banche aya one, mankani aya one.
High fiber complex carbohydrate.
Eburo aya one, millet aya bia. High fiber, oat aya bia. High fiber. Complex carbohydrate should form a major part of the diet. This all be catch them say obi di body fufuo. Na body fufuo no. You more dangerous than obi a worry toffee. Are you serious?
Okay, so in this case no. Toffee mu sugar no. A refined one.
A process, a refined, a chemicalized. Body a complex. High fiber complex carbohydrates should form a major part of the diet. Vegetables, legumes, whole grains are excellent source of high fiber complex carbo. A bromine is a source of high complex carbohydrate. Food high in complex carbohydrate and fiber reduces the need for insulin.
Okay. By
controlling the release of glucose into the bloodstream, it's a high fiber and dia insulin no and kosora hibia. We so don't my yet say so what you ya udi ya carbohydrate body ani adia e ma insulin no e kwa ma feko do kan ya kosi say eno kra ne mankofo bibire enya enlarged prostate.
Yeah.
Adai afa utie ha no
itie
afa na tie ehintasem bi eba masa mempon me why mempon me
your 10 minutes
10 pe Where fa kakra come ho.
Ten no kra news for the two.
Ah?
News for the two.
Yeah. Okay. Your father said ti another professor say bi obeka. Omo kan say bi fa board ye ho. Na board ye ne de no professor bi na onim the interest in the sense ma make kan wa ha nyina so abrofo na twero ye o. No no broni kura hu say ye board ye na kasa no. Eboa tie ne yo. Na Ghana ni momu aba na oye den. Or condemn. They make out here say. Now, ade ba ko mu ni mu ni say ye wo ade bi e say resistant starch. Sure. Mame Pescable book we ma wo mo.
Okay.
African Naturopathy first edition. Professor Nyakote Obu. Ne encyclopedia ya wo de aba bontin. Onya copy wo ho. Na onko read about resistant starch.
Okay.
So what the friend resistant starch ya you will never open your mouth for say ye di bayre ne niema ene ma ye sugar kosoro na na ma abu before ye sugar ne na mu wiem on say or the chapter we ma resistant starch.
Yes, I say why I eat ancestral resistant starch diet.
Better in the book we use page 714 akwe wotro
brutal
page 714 resistant starch. Obi a wote onimu de fa no resistant starch bi amie na no nka se udi body ana bayire no mo a o sugar be kosoro da on ka bi da na tie ma min quote one authority or say there is a carbohydrate that acts like fiber. It is called resistant starch.
Okay.
It supplies few calories and most of the calories do not raise glucose level. You see when you are in a resistant starch in it. It is called resistant starch because it is resistant to the stomach acid and digestive enzyme. It is not digested in the small intestine but passes to the large intestine where it undergoes fermentation. Fermentation means that the bacteria decompose and degrade this starch into simple compound. When the bacteria in the stomach degrade the resistant starch, it forms new compound that have health benefit.
Okay.
Resistant starch is important for good health and has beneficial effect for diabetes. Tihabio, resistant starch is important for good health and has beneficial effect for diabetes. Most starchy food have a small amount of resistant starch in them and cause obesity that lead to diabetes. In yani bebrowa ekita small amount of resistant starch.
Okay.
The highly processed food that most people eat today have small amount of resistant starch, so become a risk factor for type 2 diabetes. Enti aduane bia ya process no resistant starch no ma say no. What hana say?
Tipa.
Ana say refined ya yi fiber na free mu no ma kum resistant starch ni nyina. Aha no wo refer ma processed food no enti abasa na elidi to obesity na many penanya diabetes afeti aha. The fruits and other wild food like plantain are rich in resistant starch and fiber. It is a plantain bebo anase moye. The fruits and other wild food like plantain are rich in resistant starch and fiber. The wild fruit and other wild food like plantain are rich in resistant starch and fiber. This wild food which the primitive people ate help them to overcome obesity and diabetes. All this evidence-based information about resistant starch are provided by Joel Furman in his book The End of Diabetes. What he has said? Enti body starch be in the womb. Resistant starch in the womb. Na mpacho resistant starch no. Se free wild food like plantain mo eboa body na se mo body.
Eboa body ni pa.
Ti sakoa ne be ka se body ekita 11 jenya me. Ekita 11 teaspoon of sugar. Me pacho wo. No kora na enya no kora.
Enya no kora. Enya saa na tie.
usuo so obeka say no kuro
per the yesterday de nya saa na tie
aha so what ya na say wo de ko read na kote we ye Joe Ferman o ni book ye kita me we Joe Ferman ni book yi e wa himpo we
okay okay
wo abenya bi ne hwehwe na de kan about resistant starch
oh
say we have resistant starch na it is not digested in the small intestine etwamu ho e ko digest wo large intestine no hwe aduane nwura nipa ye mu keke o eye den na ye nanamo ehu saa ni mudie we nyina wo mo ye discussion no wo mo ka ade ne like say ye nanamo no wo mo de wo madwene e na guess say aduane we be ya mayen aduane we nya mayen he oduma nkoma e de yade ho nimudie enuane ho nimudie wura nipa
now say divine
enu tine na nam hu se prekese sayade wo mo mo mutirimu o do mo ka ye bia so enne science se prekese sayade na sayade science se atie ja sayade na sayade science se dawa eboa body na eboa science se akokọ mesa basil eboa na eboa science se garlic eboa na eboa science se body eboa na eboa so bi betra se ka kire me se body betem 11 teaspoon of sugar and obi na a blogger nso te ho na se obi di fufuo body fufuo dia hu chen se wa we tofe aba
na se wonim tra
na wonim na sa na e ka no anantum ase Unimu asani e kano. Ayesa, you confuse a lot of people. Wow, it's in the net ama yade na ye more in the sense wo ma ya ma ye board de na ye bibia ye jadi.
Okay.
Ye jadi. What you say? Now what is so interesting is carbohydrate here we nipa dua na ehia.
Ehia.
Eso on say utie ne kasa na o kan akosi say green bibia wo ton say ye powder say I said no kwani de ye news de yo. Ti wi ane akiro direction ba bia benya bi ato ti that's our patch say a waste of health say ubedi body fufuo ni ade enti saa gini ayi na oto no eno pe ne beje ye enso ye free body ani bayira omu hate 120 150 go to the hinterland the countryside and check
na me das ye infancy ane me to aso nyampechina
mate
na me sha bebre